Also, Jimmy, just knowing that it's okay, we want to be the team to beat them. We know we can. We know we have an impressive record. We know we have an open goal. A Fire Ninja makes some pay and take the early 1-point lead.
Although, I guess a miscommunication, lacking communication, game was stunned out. Someone should have told him. Citizen shot on Saluda. Saluda gets a big stop there. St. Louis Hustle back in possession, still down by 1 as we approach the half. Still over 3 minutes to go, though, in the first half. So Taco sending it across. What a play to Ryan! And that's what that man does. Gets it in for the 2. The St. Louis Hustler are going to go up by 1, 14-13. We're still 3 minutes into the flow to Lacey Stark zone. The defensive boost there from Jay Walker, sending it right back through. A nice bounce there. Is that going to go in? Shut up. Are you kidding me?
Realistically, known for their passing and their defense. And there it is. Off a feet.
Into the bubble. But it's looking to press that is Loveridge and Co. So they will, in fact, find that extra pass as they do.
Beautiful bounce pass. In fact, Swag, where anyone tries to bounce off of that spot at mid there, knows how touchy can be. Mad. Oh, what a setup to Tony.
And what up? Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the day you've waited 16 weeks for. It's the Nepa Championships. We've got the AAA Championship coming up to you first with the New Haven Ninjas playing the Baton Rouge Constellations. And then we'll be rolling into the pro matchup right after that. I am Nails. As always, I got Palador and Glean in the house, bringing you guys some play-by-play and analyst action for our championship game today. Fellas, say what's up.
You look frozen.
What's up?
Hey.
Glad to be here, and I'm excited for these championships. Got some interesting stories, certainly between these teams, both at the AAA and pro level.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear about it. We have a couple special guest visitors for you guys today as well, so you're not going to want to miss any of the cast. Glean is back. He was frozen. He's just very still. He's practicing.
Am I good now?
Not
There
moving
it is.
so that you can't see him, but he is back now. And we have got a great lineup for you guys today. We'll get into all the action here as wait for the teams to get into the arena. But before that, as always, please remove your ball caps. Please stand. And please be ready for the reading of the rules. I don't have a harmonica, so you're going to have to deal with that. As always, there will be 8-minute quarters, 4 of them to be exact. There will be 1 5-minute halftime. Each team will have 1 minute timeout per team per half. There will be a 5th player allowed in the spawn area. They can only sub in there in between breaks in the action there. If we go into overtime, yes, it is a golden goal. And yes, it'll be a golden goal in the championship game. Get ready to lose your mind. And as always, no toxic or discriminatory behavior. We've all been treating each other with respect and having a great time this season. So let's continue to do that. I think we're all happy with the results. And with that, we will bring you right in to Palador and Glean. What's up to everybody out there in the chat? Fired up. I know everybody's excited, but coming to you first, we will jump into the teams. Pally, who do we got over in the New Haven Ninjas?
New Haven Ninjas here over on Orange. Got Superfly in Canada, Franzel, Bloop, Elevates. Certainly this team full of players who, as we've talked about in cast throughout the season, Glean, who have been elevating themselves in terms of their stock here in Echo, making really their names known at a much larger scale than it ever had before in prior seasons.
Absolutely, and they come in with that 12-2 record. It was an impressive run here throughout the duration. They have not lost a game since week 2. Week 3 and onwards, they have been dominant. They have won every single game. They previously won against their opponent there in the conference finals by a margin of 40 points, 62 to 22. So this is a team that's coming in on fire. They have one of, if not the best offense in the league right now. Couple that with a very strong defense, you're looking at a team that is super dynamic, able to adjust on the fly, and really a huge threat coming in here into this arena.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic. We will get those match predictions up for you here in a second. As always, a reminder, tonight's broadcast brought to you by iHeartRadio, Asterion, and Bullpen Sports Grill. So don't forget, if you see any of those peeps out there or you're in their area, drop in, say what's up, give them a shout out, and thanks for sponsoring all the teams here and the league here at Nepa. As we jump into the second team, Baton Rouge Constellations getting into the arena. Glean, who do we got over there?
Here we're looking at Toki, Icy, Giggity Gao, and Raptured 9. Raptured 9 now stepping in for, I believe, Cosmic here on the side of the Constellations. And, we've seen PDR step in before. I know Raptured actually stepped in for the New Haven Ninjas. They're in the conference finals because they didn't have Canada. So I know this to be a player that can step up in those big moments and can deliver. It's a matter of will he be able to deliver for a Constellations team that has high expectations coming into this game. They also took their conference finals by a margin of 35 points. So both of these teams are extremely high scoring, great defenses, and have had a dynamic entry here into this grand finals. And what is sure to be an exciting game.
You heard it here first. Dynamic entry. Yes. That's going to be a thing. Write that down. That will become, that is definitely broadcast lore at this point. So as we get ready to get started, fellas, before we kind of get into the rest of the game, real quick cleanup, Glean or Pally, based on kind of what was going on with the stream for the All-Star games yesterday, real quick remind me, how far did they play? Do we have the results? And have we heard anything about when that's going to get redone?
I think it's a work in progress, still making contact with some of the teams and players to see what we can do. I can't say as someone who was there, first person actually playing in one round. The important thing is we won.
Perfect. There you have it.
We won a 6-minute quarter.
Perfect. Go into the match. And the match has begun. Welcome to the championships. Back to you guys.
All right, here it goes. So, first joust off the books and off to the races. Good looks and right in the place. It needs to be super. It's fly. It's 2 points. Going to New Haven.
And what a fast start. New Haven not messing around whatsoever. They immediately look for this smart passing play down the stretch. Bloop is one of those dynamic shooters, but instead here the setup, drawing the defense to him, then giving it over to Supa for an easy dunk 2.
Okay, so Icy off this first pass, and they see a pass deeper down floor. Giggity Gao will look forward and back and opts for maybe this 2-on-2 play in the bubble, although the pass a little bit off, and that's going to enable the defense to get back on the collection with a slap clear into the blue.
Yeah, now picked up here by J-Friends. Looking at that three-point shot, good stop there by the defense, the stack to get back in time, and that is something that you always have to be wary of against both of these teams. Both teams great three-point shooters, so defensive stacking is one of the most important critical components to this game.
Absolutely, that speed playing such a huge part in Echo's meta as they speedily make their way up the floor. There's a good catch by Jay Franzel. Gets the handles. No goal, though. Toki. Absolute denial right at the rim. But it's going to be back again to the midfield where Elevate now getting another chance for the Ninjas on the approach. Bloop from the shield. Quick juke. Another quick juke. And no hoop. It's now off the dome, I think. Disc loss yet again. Some chaos in the bubble.
Yeah, Superfly still able to recover here, though. So the Ninjas have had a number of offensive opportunities. The Constellations really just can't get it out of their own zone, which is a really, really tough thing because eventually they're going to take a high percentage shot and make that in. Also, interestingly, Elevate instead of Canada in the arena right now. Maybe some tech issues going on, but they are playing with a sub at the current moment.
Certainly a factor here, although they do have the first score. They might about to get their second one now from the backboard. Wow, Toki, yet again, another stop at the rim. Oh, but it's in from Bloop. What a shot. The corner slice.
That was nasty. Such an angle on that shot. Through a number of defenders as well. Hits that one. Brings them up by 5 early in this first quarter.
It was nasty shot, and Bloop, one of those players referring to, has really improved his stock here in the Echo Arena competitive scene to make it all the way here to the finals and to be making shots like that. Impressive as ever as Giggity Gal. Oh, the shot open, but the door now closed for a moment. Rebounded by Giggity somehow. A double ding outside the rim.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. Just not able to place the disc fully into the goal. And of course, you need to shoot as close to the rim as possible in order to open up those kinds of angles and shots because these goalies are so good. But really tough to see that double ding here if you're the Constellations.
Especially just those chances we mentioned. The defense here are good. The shot is also good. Elevates, will concentrate and eviscerate it for the 8 goal. 8 points on that. Uncontested and a good timeout. Rarely seen, sometimes gleaned, but that's a timely one to take here off this early lead going to the Ninjas.
Absolutely. You can feel that there's a little bit of a disconnect going on right now for this Constellations team. They were looking pretty good there defensively inside the bubble, but the recoveries as of late are just not picking up to where they need to be. So looking to try and maybe calm down a little bit, shake out the nerves of this first quarter. It's been a little bit rough because I don't think that they were expecting to have a sub have to step in here if you're on the side of the Constellations. So just trying to shake off the nerves, trying to get back into the rhythm and eventually start to make their way back in here. You can't let that snowball start too early, Pally. We know all too well just how dangerous that can be.
I agree. I mean, you got to tailor yourself to be swift. You got to shake it off, just like you said. I agree.
Well, I mean, we've seen that all season, right, fellas? I mean, from the New Haven Ninjas, and I'm sure the Baton Rouge Constellations are not used to being in this position, right? Usually, both these teams coming out early with very big leads on every team they play. The New Haven Ninjas going according to their usual game plan, but right now, yet to have an answer from the Baton Rouge Constellations.
All right, that said, maybe that minute timeout here will give them the answers they needed, or at least calm the nerves a little bit. Of course, this point in the season, higher pressure than ever because there is no season after this. You're back into your break, and if you want to go into the off season of Nepa, with a tough loss and things like that. No, this is when you show up and showcase what you've been doing the last few months here in this league.
Absolutely. Now, Raptured handling this one for the Constellations. They've moved it here through the mid zone, and good jukes here by Raptured, just buying time for the teammates to move up. Ooh, that pass going a bit astray and sit off the nest. And a great pickup there instead. Now we're going to look for another pass. They opt for the reset up now into the bubble. Toki diving, no. Can't get the shot off. Canada now in the bubble. Oh, what a great save. What a great stop. Back and forth between the two teams inside the bubble. Icy cleans that one up, gets the first 2 on the board for the Constellations.
Icy indeed. That was a cold play. Some music there to their ears, though. They hear the guitar riff in the goal after several attempts. We see that defense certainly at play, but those quick reflexes, able to get those extra catches and rebounds, that will provide indeed. And they're going to be so glad now to see those first 2 points on the board and that ice broken.
Oh, and critically, we see Cosmic now entering the arena. So whether they continue to play with Raptured or Cosmic subs in here after the next goal, we shall see. But now full roster teams on both sides. It could be a very interesting change-up as we go into that second quarter in about 3 minutes. Or even earlier.
Even earlier. On the way here with a play as the defense diving out, they'll opt for a reset. Still pretty well covered, so got to get rid of it quickly. Superfly down to the roots, and it's about rooted by a stun as a nice dive and supplies the backline pass, or at least hoping to get it there. It was soft, but not soft enough, is now quickly down the orange side of the arena. Teams gathering their boost. Orange Ninjas back inside the goal for the moment. And back into the offense, though, a miscatch and a nice snag after the punch. But right back at him again. Icy now backs it out. They'll reset for just a quick second.
Toki here on the back line, moving this one up. Ooh, good stud there. Gets the ender, looking for the shot. Oh, beauty there from Toki. This guy has been phenomenal all season. Just one of the best all-around two-way players that I've seen here in the AAA League, and they're putting on a performance on the offensive end.
Absolutely. Toki has been through the ringer of Echo Arena competitive play, and he's been through the top tiers of these ringers. So definitely a great player all around, and obviously on that shot, a dead ringer in terms of the goal. Assist by Icy, and back to just a 4-point difference ever since that timeout now. 4-0 run.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention, just for reminding me, that Toki had 111 stuns in the previous game in order to get into the conference finals, which is absolutely ridiculous. A good stop here by Toki, or just holding this one inside the bubble, going to look to clear this one out for the Constellations, and they have certainly found their groove. It seems like they have much more speed coming into the latter half of this first quarter.
Speaking of the
Oh.
speed, look at that. Gets on the disc, although they just lose it off the Geo, I think. So an unfortunate, unforced error will now have the disc going the opposite direction as Superfly obtains. The teammates now cutting in a line right to the backboard, but offline on the shot. Will be snagged here by Giggity Gal and slaps it right over to another intercept to Bloop. And handling it now is Superfly, the pace quickening here around the bubble. And again from that corner. First it was Bloop to open the rounds earlier on. One of the first shots from that slice. Now Jay Franzel doing much of the same, and we know he can hit with the best of them.
That was great communication there, constantly floating, constantly moving forward, trying to catch the defense unawares, and they do so because that goal is open. A bit of miscommunication on the defensive end. No one was in that goalie spot to deny the three, and we can't see too many of those threes come through. As a nice stun from Toki is on its way through, and now a pass to Cosmic.
Cosmic has it intercepted though by Canada. Playing some defense there. The Stacks now lined up for an open shot off the turnaround. Jay Franzel looking like a pretzel, but definitely not tangled up on the shots. They're up back by 10 points now, so a run has been met right back since that timeout. The Ninjas glean showing that their mental game is strong too. They're not going to get discouraged eating a couple goals in a row.
Absolutely. They love their three-point shots, and with that speed, you can see just how effectively they're able to use it to get those open threes. And again, we can't overstate how dynamic and how incredible these shooters are. Giggity hits one from deep, making up for the one he missed previously in the quarter.
Giggity, yeah, diggity, got it to go, or got it to go, I guess. But that is the end of the quarter here, just about 7-point difference, and very important to keep it single digits for the Constellations as they now head into the end of the quarter, and we head to a quick break here and word from our sponsors.
Got all the way to conference finals, only to lose out to Baton Rouge for them to get to the finals was, I say that like it was bad, but it was so exciting to get that far, and I'm super proud of my team, and I'm proud of Baton Rouge to getting here in the finals today.
Awesome. What do you think of the game so far? 1 quarter in, 4-point game. It's getting pretty nuts.
Oh, it is absolutely getting pretty nuts, especially, the issues that the Constellations had getting into this game with the tech. I'm sure they were stressed out in the beginning, so who knows what's going to happen going into this next quarter now that they are warmed up, fired up, and ready to take New Haven head on.
Awesome. You guys got big plans for the offseason?
Just keep scrimming, man. We're ready to keep grinding going into the next season, and off season is the perfect time to keep that going.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks for coming by to hang out. And I mean, this game has been pretty nuts. Pally and Glean, I'll hand it back over to you guys. But we're now back within 6, man.
All right, thank you, Nails and Psychotic. Close game indeed here, just trading goals to open up this early minute and a half as now they trade possessions, exchanging into, A2! It is saved sort of at the last minute, at least shaving a point off of it was icy, but it's still going to be 2 points right back to New Haven.
Yeah, at the very least, you're able to stop the three-pointer from counting there and keeping that score down as much as possible against a high-scoring team. We did see that big three, open three, come in from the Constellations early into this round, so that was really good to see from them. They need to keep up kind of that flow and that speed in order to keep up with these ninjas. As now they look for the cut down low, but already that defensive stack is back to stun out the cutting pass, and Bloop now looking for a pass down to a clear, but no, the missed reception means that it's back into Icy's hands.
Yeah, definitely got to be picking your battles here when you assault that bubble. The defense, as we see there again, defense is just too good. They're in the right position to get those steals, those interceptions, and dive those receivers. So there has to be a very picky goal as Jay Franzel. Not picky about that one. Says open goal all day.
Dude, Jay has 9 points on 3 3-pointers. I don't believe he's missed a single one yet. 3 for 3 so far by my count, and good gracious, man. This is such a shooter. Like he is such a phenomenal player.
Just to clarify, when you said hasn't missed yet, you're talking about the whole season.
Yeah, quite honestly, it's pretty close to that.
Pretty much.
I mean, I would have loved to see his shooting stats. He's at like 80%, I swear.
All right, now the defense is about to swear had that gone in, although a rebound will get them the second attempt and off the backboard. Jay Franzel finds the home, soft touch off the back.
Like we said, this guy just does not miss. Off the backboard this time, on the 2, brings his total up to 11 in the first couple of quarters here. Now they have a 13-point lead, and this margin continues to widen, Pally.
It does. We still have plenty of time left to burn in this half, but certainly the Baton Rouge Constellations need to find a little bit more of that magic again. They have no more timeouts in this half. They could have used that 3, but they'll take the 2 just the same. Every goal important here, and just as well, now they're back to defense where you have to do the other half of the work and now try to clamp down some of this offensive fire that we're seeing from the New Haven Ninjas.
Absolutely. As much as one big play can shift the tides and shift the momentum in your favor, so can a bunch of small steps and small increments. And those twos in incremental steps can absolutely help you make your way back and help start to rebuild that confidence. They don't have to be these crazy shots, but just the small like focused things right there. As a good stun comes out from the defensive end, and Icy looking to send this up the gig. They get it through the mid zone. They have a stack ready to go if they can get it down the field.
And the stack will get the disc, but not the one that the Constellations wanted exactly. Seeping out into the midfield, though, is taken by Toki, so they'll have some opportunities. And meanwhile, stuns going on the midfield will enable essentially an opportunity on some numbers there. Goalie, all kinds of bothered, and Cosmic just arriving right in time to punish.
Yeah, I mean, that was an incredibly sharp angle there by Cosmic, but knew he didn't have too much time. The stun was also coming in to threaten the goalie, so just good awareness to be able to take that shot and the concentration to finish at that angle to bring them back within 9 here.
And just as a dodge comes out there from Bloop QB, a good snag, but right back again, a couple exchanges of possessions. We see those incredible instincts, a shot attempt. Bit high, but right on the mark for the rebound. It's Cosmic back to back. And shooting for the stars, certainly right up from that high 3-point zone. That's going to be a potential momentum shift here, Glean. I think Cosmic starting to catch fire, and they're ever the more close.
Yeah, despite not starting out in this game, Cosmic is lighting the arena up right now, and of course that's facilitated by Toki on the defensive end. Had a great read there on the play, got the stuns off, got the clear through, and although he didn't make the shot, he'll absolutely take that assist.
Oh my goodness. May have not been the intention, but they will take the points. Giggity managed to, again, shave off 1 point off that 3. But man, how about that rollout essentially, the pass just bouncing right into the goal. That hurts.
Yeah, it's a bit tough, but I mean, these teams are so mentally strong. I don't know that it'll phase them too much. That shot, oh, Jay Franzel finally misses one here in the game, and Toki now going to try and turn this one around, but still into the hands of Jay as they set up their offense.
Offense will set, so does the defense. Giggity Gao, denial. Back to the arms of Orange, and just patient with it. Look at that, calculated. And Franzel, just again, absolutely does not miss, it seems like. And there was defense all over him there, Glean.
He just powered 1v4 through the entire Constellations team. It wasn't a complete drive all the way through like you might see Michael Jordan do, but that was certainly a drive into it of itself.
Indeed, just shoot between everyone.
Wow.
And another turnover here. This is really dangerous territory. These jousts now, the last minute or so, not going all too well for the Constellations. So they need a rebound and get those mentals together here because we are approaching the last minute of the half, and they just need some positives here going into halftime.
Absolutely. If they can keep it, again, within that double-digit margin, they are looking pretty good coming into that second half because a bunch of time yet to play in this game, but they need to be able to close that gap. Going into kind of a double-digit losing end here in that half it's certainly a demoralizer, but not out of the realm of possibility by any means.
Relieves this here, although will be slapped right to the blue side. No stacks really able to gather a lot of brawls in that tunnel, but eventually Toki's able to get it just before the defense arrives. Turnover back to Jay Franzel. Gotta watch out. Gonna take that bounce pass perhaps, and will form right into a rebound from Toki. Slings it backwards into Bloop's arms. 13 left, and maybe one more shot. Leaving nothing to chance. It's Bloop dancing with the opponents and just saying, much like Franzel, defense or no defense, I'm gonna score on you.
Yeah, the individual drives from both Franz and Jay Jay and Franz are one person. Jay Franzel and Bloop is kind of crazy here. They individually have just been able to create as many opportunities as they'd like, and that shot there being an example of it. We will be back with some halftime discussion after a word from our sponsors here.
And welcome back. We are still bringing you the championship game here for the AAA, and we have got a great matchup, great halftime here. Halftime report brought to you by Big St. Charles. Between New Haven Ninjas taking a healthy lead here over the Baton Rouge Constellations, but also we've got some more special guests coming to you. We've got Cool Whip in the house, also from the Scranton Royals. Cool, where you at?
Cool is right here, literally right next to me, so I'll hand off the old headphones and she can start talking.
We're gonna do the body swap over to Cool.
Make no mistake, this is Cool Whip, not Paladin.
Cool, what up?
What up?
How you doing?
What up? I am doing fantastic. How are you guys?
Doing
Morning,
good, man.
afternoon.
I know you're watching this game. What do you think for the first half?
Man, this has been a really great game to watch here. It's been pretty, back and forth, just a mere, 12-point game. And, it's still anybody's game. There's still 16 minutes left. So I'm excited to see what the Constellations are going to second half here.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm interested to see what they cook up here, rolling in the second half to try and close this gap down. I know it's going to be a fight all the way to the finish line. But yeah, from the Royals, you guys coming in as a wild card this season, right?
Yeah, we last place to semifinals. It's not pretty bad, huh?
Talk about the climbing the ladder. That was incredible. And your guys' team, I know, was a crowd favorite of everybody. Just watching you guys turn around here in the middle of the season and then power your way through the playoffs there, making a valid contention run to get to try and take the conference finals for you guys. So that was incredible to watch. What was your biggest memory from the season?
My biggest memory from the season definitely was the Ottawa Frost game, but that we won against them, because at the time they were number 1 in the conference, and we didn't have DeWup that game, I don't believe either. So that was a really good mental boost for us, because coming in, a lot of people thought DeWup was our hard carry, and it was to take that W, without him, and have that good mental up boost that we needed to get through.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to jump back into the second half. Great seeing you as always, and I'm sure we'll hear you there in the background screaming as you're there hanging out with Palador, the rest of the peeps there from the Nepa TV. But we'll talk to you later. We'll have DeWup on later, hopefully, if we can get him. And congrats again to you guys for this great season.
All right. Thanks again to y'all. And here is Mr. Palafor.
See you, cool. Glean, come back to you. Any big inputs or what's ups here from the first half that you really think the Constellation need to tighten up? You think they can squarely close this gap here if they fix it?
Yeah, just cleaning up a little bit of their boosting and their speed. We saw that Cosmic came in a little bit late. They were a little bit shaken up. Not exactly the most coordinated coming into this first half, but you can expect after this halftime break, they've calmed down, they've readjusted, and they've talked some things over, I would imagine. So just trying to keep even with the speed if it comes to brawls, and you can see Toki there with 47 stuns. Brawls being a critical component to this. If Toki can help hold back some of that speed from the ninjas, they can look to then use that in the other end and be able to turn that around for some fast break points, which could very much get them back into this game should they get a chain of those together.
Back to you guys. Second half. Send it.
47 stuns. Man, that guy's a hitman. But let's see if they can make some change here. Oh, the disc getting knocked loose. And start of the round, we saw earlier that after the timeout, they were able to regather their mentalities and get back for Baton Rouge. So this time, seeing if they can start out the second half the same way, a brand new team.
Absolutely. Good take up there by Giggity, denying what could have been a shot. Now Cosmic here in the midfield, now going to send this one up to Toki, and just floating, going to try and send a reset. The bounces the ninjas in the area is now going back up to Toki after the cross, looking for the shot, but a good defense there from Superfly to deny that one. Tries to get the clear out, not fully through, but could be a recovery for either team.
And back into the blue, and it will go into the trap. The players here just trying to get their stacks together, but as we've seen, as you noted, a lot of stuns as well, all throughout the arena, particularly from Toki. Definitely getting that slow down some of those stacks. As Giggity now sends a pass over to Cosmic, who will now just drive it in with a potential 1-on-1, 2-on-1, maybe the cross pass. The stack's getting there just in time to bother that shot.
Oh, Giggity with a nice pickup though. The shot, no, can't recover or can't get the shot fully online. Toki here on the back line is going to be able to take this one quite easily and look for some more pressure. They get past one defender, so they have numbers now if they want to press, but oh, just missing that pass means that this one will get turned around. Oh, I lied. It is instead taken by Giggity and taken instead by a member of the ninjas, now blue paneling this one, looking for maybe a shot. He's known for these long threes.
Definitely is known for it, but a little long. Rebound nonetheless, and tapped home by Jay Franzel at a casual 11 meters per second. The stacks were looming, but just not quick enough, and breaking that 30-point mark now. First time in the game, and it will be New Haven Ninjas trying to approach that ever-important 40 that we talk about so much.
We love to talk about that statistic. Juiceper loves to talk about it especially as well, and right there, I also just want to mention great spacing by Jay Franzel, knowing to clean up that shot. Ooh, speaking of cleaning up, Giggity. Another big 3 here, back with an 11.
A big hit and only 7 seconds into the joust. That's one way to snatch momentum right back for your team and get you feeling good. Just to see those shots, especially the long ones, going in.
Absolutely, and seeing the threes, which have been a little bit hard for the Constellations to hit as of late, it's good to see those come through for this game. Giggity now pressuring the QB here, Bloop. Canada now on the receiving end of this will send this up to Jay Franzel, now going to try and walk this one up. Has a lot of space to be able to do so, so it could be dangerous. Oh!
Big shot there. Jay Franzel off of the defense again, looming, but he knew how much time he had. The comms were on point, and then when he went for that drive, went full extension, looked like with his one arm, as if to paint the left corner, and then instead powered it into the right pocket, just really trying to trick out the goalie with those subtle extra moves.
Yeah, but now this fast relay play here from the Constellations, looking to immediately apply pressure down the right side. They get it back to Toki and opt to reset the play now to Icy. So going to back things up, try and prod this defense. Giggity trying to cross the Cosmic. No, just high on the shot off the post. Again, just the necessity to place that one high or place it away from the goalie disrupts the shot fully from being able to be sunk. And there, Jay Franzel on the pickup will now try and send this one in for the Ninjas.
Will be a good look there for a rebound. Sacks coming, but a good snag, but right back again, stealing it away is Jay Franzel, weaving, bobbing, and they will be vying again for that control, further establishing their lead to the point of 15 up with 4 minutes left in the third.
Yeah, and again, there's the speed coming through. You could see that there was a stack from the Constellations down to the floor, but the Ninjas beat them to the disc regardless, and that requires them to get set up on defense, therefore, and that makes the situation rather hard. Toki now sending this one in deep, but already Canada here on the backline, scooping that one up and sending it right back into the other side.
See, again, a big factor, even on a lot of these clears coming in from the New Haven Ninjas. They're bouncing in such a way that even makes the recovery for them easy, for their stacks that are coming in hot. They're just bouncing the right places, easy reads, and it results in what? Easy goals off of a Junkaroo from Bloop. Heavily assaulted was that goalie, didn't have much of a chance, unfortunately.
Yeah, Canada's always been a little bit quiet on the stats board, and that's because of his play style. Canada looks to facilitate, looks to be the pass to the shot, and right there being the stun on that goal. That is worth as much as an assist, it just won't show up as significantly in that stat line.
For sure. Big factor, all the little things in Echo that make such a big difference is definitely more than just the points. It's the positioning. It's again the resets. It's the comms. It's just things like that. And right now, well communicated again on some of that defense. We just see every time that disc heads into the bubble, it's like the Constellations rarely even have time to work with. They need to find that pass, and they will get the shot right past the goalie. An anchor 3 at that from the barrier. How about it?
Yeah, that is a staple shot from Giggity. He calls for that at least once every game that I've seen him play, and good stun there from his teammates to all dive the goalie and collapse that defense as well. So they're able to get the 3 on the board, down here by 14. So again, not at the realm of possibility, but they need to start putting a good string of offensive plays together and start putting stops to this New Haven offense.
Speaking of, there's the New Haven offense. Jay Franzel with a couple of bunnies and gets the deuce there. 39 points. Strong 14-second goal off that joust.
Jay Franz now has 21 to his name in this game, and
wow.
Really, it's been so tough for the Constellations to take these one-on-one opportunities. They just cannot find stops against Jay Franz and Bloop to some extent, and that is providing a lot of disruption and a lot of difficulty for them as they see Jay Franz continue to get these isolated 1v1s against the goalie.
Absolutely, and to the tune of 27 shots taken now for the New Haven Ninjas to 18 for the Constellation. So really just killing them with those constant assaults on that rim. And again, when it's Jay Franzel, the one driving in, a lot of the time, most of the time, it's going to be a goal.
Yeah, good stunts coming out here. Toki now is trying to set up Giggity looking for the shield shot there again, the anchor, but isn't quite able to find it. And now that clear through, there are players collected, but a lot of stunts coming through. It will be the Constellation to pick this one up first. Giggity on the recovery, going to send this one down into the tunnel, almost picked off. But now Toki sending that one deep into that orange side.
In the goal as they go for the pockets. It's read very well, like a book. Closes the book on that. But now booking it for the recovery to the backboard. A good look. It's Toki from Giggity on the assist, and that puts them at 25 points.
Nice little dunk there. They get the recovery as well, able to use their speed in order to stun out that recovering defensive player. And then they have the space to do it. They take advantage of kind of the eagerness of the ninjas there that were looking to try and jump out again to another fast break opportunity.
Now breaking out of the defense, who's trying to keep them from boosting down the floor. And we've seen this a lot of times, Glean, these rollouts opening the door for these direct drives, one-on-one oftentimes, into the goal. Canada getting the shot this time. That puts them above the 40 mark here, right as the quarter comes to a close.
Absolutely, and I think we'll talk about it maybe a little bit as we head into that third quarter. For right now, though, we'll head into a quick break here and a word from our sponsors.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
The New Haven Ninjas versus the Baton Rouge Constellations. It's been a shootout as we are bringing this final quarter here for the championship, with the New Haven Ninjas holding on to that lead. Back to you guys.
All right, so yeah, it looks like we have a timeout being taken in between the rounds, potentially to discuss the game strat a little more, knowing this is the most crucial quarter of them all for both teams. Regardless of what the score is, it's just all about the best possible execution for the last 8 minutes.
Absolutely, and now we actually get the chance to touch on what we were going to talk about before, Pally, which is those extremely fast rollouts. You gotta wonder, due to just how wide the point spread is right now, whether the Constellations feel like they need to force an aggressive defense in order to get turnovers. Because they're forcing that aggressive defense, though, they're getting stunned out and opening up a lot of these deeper option passes, which then opens up Jay Franzel in Canada to go for these 1v1s down the stretch. So, kind of a catalyst and a snowball effect of all those different reasons and logistics why that's kind of happening, I think.
Absolutely. It just, if you want to see any fast starts, you want to see it from IC and Co. as they get the goal. Those are the kind of jousts they need, neutral jousts or otherwise. They know they have to maximize their time on the floor here because, as you mentioned, Glean, there's going to be a question of how aggressive New Haven still needs to be or feels that they need to be because, especially in the next couple minutes, I mean, that clock is going to really start adding up against Baton Rouge.
Yeah, it can, but I do want to point out that this Baton Rouge team has not necessarily made as many shots as they typically do, which means that the percentages might be starting to swing back in their favor should they start to take more of those shots. They might be opening up those. Just as I say that, though, Jay Franzel will certainly not let the Constellations back in by any means.
Well, there, the trend indeed does continue. Jay Franzel finishing a shot. And not only that, in under 20 seconds or so, which has happened a numerous amount of times here in this game and across this half.
Yeah, the 1v1 being really the most critical component of the offense here for the Ninjas. Now, trying to force the disc all the way through here is the Constellations. They do get a fortunate bounce from them. Giggity trying to track it down, but Bloop already there on the defensive end to recover. Stunned out. Cosmic now looking at a cross pass over. No. Superfly, good steal on the defensive end to deny that. He's been great there inside of the bubble, trying to shut things down.
Team as a whole, oh, holy goal, it's Icy finding the open shot there. The defense leaving a little too early. About to say, Glean, the defense has been great for New Haven Ninjas on stopping those entry passes, but then they kind of forgot that, hey, that disc wasn't necessarily clear yet. We all left. Oops.
Yeah, and I think there's been a couple of times where that's happened, where they just get a little bit overeager on being able to get all the way through, and the Constellations have done a good job of punishing it there. Icy starting to get on the board, starting to heat up a little bit, as it were, and he's been rather quiet throughout the duration of this game, but look for him maybe as he might start going on a scoring spree, able to do so at a moment's notice.
All hands on deck. Exactly. Got to find the hot hands, whoever they are. Canada driving in, looking for another goal right down Main Street. And Canada will have his second goal of the game here. 4 points, 4 assists.
And this is what happens when you have so many players with so much gravity. Jay Frenzel, Bloop, Superfly, all phenomenal shooters. You have to be able to cover all of them. And what does that open? It opens Canada to simply walk that disc in and take the shot himself because of how much respect and coverage you have to give to the other players.
Exactly, and I saw it mentioned in the Twitch chat earlier by Juicefer, I think, as well. Just the dangers of this roster is that you do have multiple players who can get hot. If one's covered up and one covers a goal, it's Superfly. What a tremendous defensive effort now we're seeing as another ejection into the midfield off of some excellent defense. Will still result in Icy with possession, though, for the Constellations. A drive, across, trying to hand it back, but no! Defense again denying, supplying, and into the goal! Oh, the old slow ball.
Fantastic perseverance there from the Constellations. They need to continue that as they go throughout the duration of this game. Again, 12-point spread here as we come into about the 4:30 mark, but still within reach. They just need to be able to figure out how to shut down those 1v1 opportunities that keep coming through, whether it's a kind of a 2-2 stack style or opting more for a man. We'll see what they opt for here.
We are definitely seeing on the offensive end here for Ninjas. They opted, because they weren't immediately assaulted, the QB that was, opted for a slower rollout, and this is what I was talking about in terms of a few minutes into this quarter, we're going to start seeing that clock matter a lot more, and the Ninjas, a very disciplined team, can be fast, but can also be slow. Not fast enough, though, to stop the goal. It's Toki, brings them back to a 10-point deficit. There's still time.
I don't think that defense was exactly what they were looking for, but they did have the right idea there in the back. They decided to almost put the hockey strat where Toki, instead of being inside of that goal or inside of the bubble, came all the way out to cover Canada to try and lock that up. They're trying to go as aggressive as they possibly can, cover all the pass options, play kind of a spread or like a spread press style here on the defensive end.
You see the stylistic changes in both the types of rollouts. Again, we see so many of those fast relays, and now we're just seeing the slow plays develop into a potential shot that's denied a couple times there with some stuns. But staying busy in the bubble, another stun, recovered and cleared. Icy trying to keep themselves alive. I see the self-pass as it goes into a bowling ball style shot right down the main line, and with quick succession, the stacks arriving. They've got the 2-on-1, a dive. Jay Franzel showing the defensive intuition now.
Yeah, great there, stop there by Jay Franz. That could have been a huge start to momentum swing for the Constellations. They started getting stops together. They started getting these steals, and oh, there the turnaround. Cosmic looking for the 3. It's deep. It's good off the bounce. Brings it back within 7 here in the 4th.
Wow, that was just an inch or two off from bouncing out the goal. A very fortuitous roll in there, and a great clutch up by Cosmic to keep them still engaged at a single-digit deficit now, going into the last couple minutes.
I am shocked that Twitch chat is this quiet considering how close this game has suddenly become. Jay Franz will try to track this one down off the bounce. We'll get there. It's a 2v2 inside of the bubble, but now as the defense returns, going to just back this one up. They're looking to probably play with time here, considering the score and considering that they have a at least 3-goal lead here.
Stun, Icy getting possession. This could be a monumental possession if they can get down that field and get that open 3. It's a goal, Toki. They go ahead here for the 40-point break. 41-45. It is less than 2 minutes, and it is anyone's match all of a sudden.
And I am shocked that the Ninjas are not taking a timeout here to try and cool down these Constellations. They are as hot as the stars in their name right now. It is so incredibly dangerous to let them continue to snowball should they continue to find these defensive stops. Jay Franzel can't track that one down, is not able to get the hands on it. Icy in hot pursuit. If he can get there first, he can look to turn this around, bring them back within 1 goal.
Be careful though, because there is a deep goalie there playing the back line. Oh, but misreading. The goal's open. Oh, they missed the shot that could have brought them to a 1-point deficit. Big miss there that could potentially pay the opposite way. As that's an open recovery. No, the Stack's coming in to turn this into a all-out assault. The passes down below from one corner to the other. It's a 6-point lead now. Bloop able to finish the job here. 1 minute remaining.
The math still works out. There is still time, but it's got to be faster from the Constellations. They have to hit 2 threes. The optimal solution is hitting 2 threes as soon as they possibly can. But of course, the Ninja's not going to let them have that. They need to look for faster rollouts here. Toki handling this, gets stunned out by Jay Franz. What a huge play!
And what a huge make to cement his place here and cement the New Haven Ninjas. 30 seconds away from glory in these finals for Triple A. 26 points to the J-Man.
Unbelievable performance from him on the offensive end and the defensive end. He was just dynamic. A couple of times he stopped those rollouts and got big shots off of it. Now another final pass down here to Toki. They're going to look for, of course, more points. Going to play for the clock or play all the way to the clock. Giggity now going to look at the 3, and that will cement our game here. 50-44. The New Haven Ninjas are your AAA champions for the series, for the second series.
Wow.
Congratulations, what a game. My goodness, Nails, how about it?
Wow. Yeah. I did not expect that to come back to that close of a game. I mean, well, I should have, right? It's the championships. Wow, talk about a clawback for the Baton Rouge Constellations. And then all came down to that dinger at the very end there in the last minute. If they had gotten that 3, I mean, that could potentially have been, we could have seen a different game here at the very end. But yeah. I mean, over to you guys. Like obviously this team, the the New Haven Ninjas are just so quick, and they got off to that early lead. And the Baton Rouge Constellations were just kind of playing that 8-point catch up there at the very beginning. I mean, how much do you guys think that played a major play here for the Baton Rouge Constellations? It seemed like the New Haven Ninjas, even without that, were kind of in hand of the game and a big enough lead to kind of hold on to.
Yeah, that's definitely the tough thing, getting down by double digits at any point in any match. It is an uphill battle, plain and simple. And we've seen teams able to maneuver their way back into those close situations numerous times throughout the Pro Series and AAA this year. But it's tough because it's not only about all the things you're doing right on offense. You also have to start executing defense so much better. And it's basically a double whammy of things you have to perform in order to close in those leads. Credit to Constellations. They were 1 goal away from doing it and making that a 1-point game, and that would have just been wild ending there.
Yeah, it would have been nuts. I mean, who do you think is walking away with the Stuntman Award for you for this championship game here for the New Haven Ninjas versus Baton Rouge Constellations?
Well, I think I won't speak for Glean, but I think we can see the players here. We can see the stats, and we know the names we said quite a lot throughout that stream. And you know, why not go to one of the players, as I've been mentioning every time we've casted him this season? For me, Jay Franzel just killed it, and he's been doing it all season long. You know, their team as a whole have been stellar. But talk about a way to just again cement the seasonal growth, making your name more established than ever, getting those big scores, high percentage finisher, and also got that last shot just to kind of seal the deal. That sweet 3-pointer with about 30 seconds. I mean, Glean, like we said, he doesn't miss, it seems like, ever.
Glean, over to you.
Seriously, like for a good portion of the game, Jay Franzel was the points lead. I mean, he was the difference in a lot of the score for the majority of this match. And although there was that massive comeback there by the Constellations, which, much credit to them, Jay Franzel, I think, was probably the most consistent thing that I saw in this game. The consistency in making shots, the consistency with the stacks, and then also just very consistent positioning. Again, you will not see this in the stats. Not something that you can say just based on numbers, but just
he does have
in the right spot.
He does have 3 steals too, right? So that's the thing. He was in position to cause defensive turnovers there. And so yeah, it's not just the points, but it's like you said, all the little things that you don't always see on the disc.
Yeah, and a big reason why he has that many points is also because of great offensive presence of mind to position in such a way to then be able to score. So the team did a great job of setting up JFrans. They saw the hot hand, recognized it, pursued it, and JFrans really lived up to that expectation and popped off here in this game.
There you have it. Our Holtower Auto Motorsports Player of the Game is Jay Franzel. And to nobody's surprise, and don't go anywhere, we're going to jump over for a quick interview with your championship AAA team, the New Haven Ninjas. We'll be right back. What up, Echo? Back, and we are here with your championship AAA team, the New Haven Ninjas, who just came away with an outstanding win against the Eastern Conference Baton Rouge Constellations. Congrats, guys. Congrats. It was an amazing game to watch.
It was great, man. It was fun. I'm happy. Woo! Let's go! We did it. We did it. 15 straight wins, boys.
Yeah,
Yes.
16 weeks.
Incredible.
16 weeks of just on the grind, and then to be rewarded here with the AAA championship. Just congratulations to you guys. I'm hoping all of you guys are going to land, so when we do the presentations, you guys will be there in person.
I want to be there. I'm going to be there.
Do
Already
it.
got my ticket.
To make it happen. For the game, jumping in, I mean, like, what was kind of what were some tight spots in the game? You guys kind of saw how close it got there at the end, but you guys were seeing pretty fluid the entire game. Any tight spots you guys were really worried about early on in the game, or your strategy coming in for tonight?
Yeah, so throughout near the end, we were kind of in a struggle with Canada and his headset throughout the game.
Yeah.
And we kind of had to pull and elevate a couple of times because of that. But with that having that switch, it kind of we still were able to keep our game and continue to drive and keep on scoring. But they almost got us near the end, which we were kind of nervous. But we like I said, we kept a good mindset. Like we have been for this whole season, and it worked out for us.
That is awesome. Yeah, everybody was on the edge of the seat. The chat got real quiet. Everybody's like, why is the chat so quiet? They're like, dude, everybody's just on the edge of their seat right now.
So trust me, we were too.
Yeah.
What do you guys, big fond memories from this last 16 weeks working together as a team?
Man, it's just been, just throughout the whole season, we've just had a good time together. Kept a cool head the whole time. Without Jay Franzel, Bloop, Breezebo, Canada, I don't know how we would play without these guys. And I was so happy and fortunate to be a part of this team and to not even change the roster. Because I know throughout the season, there's been a lot of roster changes, and we've been kind of like that core team for the whole season, and it feels good. It's great. I had a good time.
Yeah, I think it's because it was fun. Like we genuinely had fun playing with each other, so it just made it easier to win games because we didn't have to think about anything, personally.
That is awesome. Yeah, and you guys were, firing on all cylinders all season, and it was just incredible to watch. And your chemistry as a team definitely showed throughout the season, just how well you guys were playing and how comfortable you guys were in the arena. And even though we couldn't hear the comms, we could definitely see the effects of those comms going on. Congrats to, I think Jay Franzel was in here, but congrats to him for taking home the Holtzauer Automotive Sports Stuntman Award in the championship game, no less. So
yeah, man, he's awesome.
You guys talk to him, tell him congrats. That's huge in the championship game.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the program, so you'll see him again in a little bit. So
awesome.
He's gonna be warmed up. Yeah.
That is fantastic. Well, fellas, we're gonna get moving. Get right on over to that pro game. Congrats to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your AAA Championship Series 2 winners, the New Haven Ninjas. Congrats.
Yeah!
Let's go!
Congrats, boys.
New Haven.
New Haven.
Well, and don't go anywhere. We'll be take a quick break. We're going to roll right back over to the pro game, and we will be right back with some more Echo action.
Cool. And we're
And what up? Welcome back. We are live. What you guys doing? Got my cheese balls? You guys got some popcorn? You ready? You ready? This is pro action. It's going to be dope. We're coming into the pro game. I'm Nails. I brought you 2 new faces because I can. I got Dimwee here. I got Brutus here. And they're ready to bring you some live echo action here for the championship game. St. Louis Samurai versus the New Orleans Orions. As you guys notice, it is a full East versus West. We had the St. Louis Samurai with their AAA team, the New Haven Ninjas versus the Orions with their AAA team, the Baton Rouge Constellations. The fight continues here as we move into the pro match. Before we start that, we are going to skip the rules because you guys have already heard them, and we want to get into the action. But we also brought you guys one more face here, or voice, if you will, is DeWup. DeWup, say what's up.
Hello.
DeWup coming in from Scranton Royals, and you know, we've been kind of focused on the Scranton Royals there during the AAA matchup, but obviously you're one of the highlight names from the season. Thanks for joining us, and just kind of tell us a little bit, like, you know, what'd you think of the season? Did you watch that last match that we just had? I'm sure you were.
I
What'd
did.
you think?
That was an amazing match. New Haven Ninjas played extremely well.
Yeah, they were killing it, and they've been going hard all season. But I mean, you coming in as kind of a little bit of an unknown during the season, but then definitely made a name for yourself during this whole season. Just outstanding performance. I mean, what are your thoughts kind of when you were getting into Echo here and how this has worked out for you? Did you expect to be where you're at now coming to the end of this second Pro Series?
No, because I was kind of new in Nepa, and I didn't know how it worked, and I had to learn a lot, how all the Nepa things go on, and how it processes. So I just stayed in AAA. I got picked up by Scranton Royals before, I think it was week 7 weeks in, I think, because I played 7 matches.
Yep.
And yeah, so Cool and Psycho and Babs were one of my best friends and that I hang out a lot with, and like you mentioned a lot, it was a Frenergy, I think.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I had so much fun with them, and I hope I'll stay with them for the Series 3.
Yep.
And
yeah, rolling in. Yeah, perfect, dude. And it's great to see your name floating around here in the arena there, and I think everybody's really excited to see where you move forward here, moving into the next Pro Series. But thanks for coming in, joining us. We just wanted to give everybody a little bit of insight here into DeWup, let them hear your voice, and we know we'll be seeing a lot more of you. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Well, thank you guys. Everyone have fun. Enjoy the show.
Awesome. Thanks, man. And with that, we are back. I have Dimwee just on the second level. I got Brutus down there on the ground floor. We are ready to bring you this matchup. Dimwee, Brutus, hello. Good to see you guys. We are dressed and pressed, ready to rock. And Dimwee, or Brutus, sorry, tell me who we got over there in the St. Louis Samurai rolling in for tonight.
Yeah, St. Louis Samurai checking in at 12-2. They did lead the Western Division with the regular season record. They've obviously battled through the playoffs to get here to the championship. Looks like we've got a full lineup tonight. See Jason, Jay Franz, Time, Rox Titan, and Bloop in the arena right now. They are getting warmed up and ready to go and on these New Orleans Orions.
Awesome. And Dimwee, hello. Welcome to the championship.
Good
and who do we got over there, Orions?
Yeah, Ryan's coming in here strong and full rostered. Ow, Ryan Ralph, Draco, Mako, Ryan, and Giggity Gow. You know, one of our favorites to say, but of course, Giggity Gow will be operating as that fifth. Man, you'll have Al, Ryan Ralph, Draco, Mako, and Ryan coming in this one. And I gotta say, guys, I have this prepared. I have something prepared. Okay.
Oh,
check it out.
Oh, I'm so
I got this
excited.
Prepared, right? You
Please.
ready?
The Dimwee
I don't know.
go.
I don't know.
The
Am I ready?
records between the records of these teams for the season, irrelevant. They're from different conferences. The versus record between them doesn't exist. They've never played. The postseasons, maybe they played the season one. No, this is a New Orleans Orions first season. So maybe why? Maybe they played in other leagues before. Nope. Not these rosters. This is the only place you're going to find these rosters fighting off in this championship for the Pro Series. This is a uniquely novel matchup you are getting this evening, and it's going to be one of the best you see all year.
I could have said it better myself, and I won't. And with that, we get ready to rock here. This is the championship game. Mic drop from my friend Dimwee there. Get get your popcorn, get your cheese balls, get your cheese balls, get your paper if you need it. Get your lucky Clover jacket, and then get ready, grab a seat, get your watch parties, because it's about to kick off. These teams are readying up, but with that, I will pass it over to you guys. Obviously, tonight's entire broadcast brought to you by Asterion, iHeartRadio, and Big St. Charles Motorsports, as well as Holtzhauer Auto Motorsports. I don't think there's anybody else I'm forgetting.
I don't know, but Juicer says you've got cheese balls, and I don't have any. Could you
want me to throw you one, buddy?
Pass it down?
Yeah, just drop it, and it'll fall on Dimwit.
Oh, that's right. He's above me.
Oh, here you go, buddy.
Good stuff. All right. I'm ready to go after. Okay, yeah. I'm ready. Y'all ready? I'm so ready for this.
Ready. This is
I
gonna
am
be
so ready. It's only been 16 weeks of build-up. We're finally here.
We will get those channel points cooking for you as well. To focus channel points.
They are running. They've been running for a minute.
Dude, I always get, my thing never works. I always have to stop and restart it to get my channel points. But I hear them readying up. And to focus, if you please, sir, push your stream. I will kick it over to you guys for the action for the game. And I will jump in when appropriate and when inappropriate to say what's up.
Always love a good surprise, Nails.
All right, yeah, indeed. We're going to get started here in the first quarter between St. Louis Samurai and New Orleans Orions. As they launch out here for this first initial joust. Rocks Titan first touch, sends it in. Good send, and that is a set play time. One more pass. Ooh, a little bit high there. CJ not able to play it out of the bubble. First attempt is going to be off the mark. I don't believe we've even registered a shot just now. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Rocks Titan going to make a statement here to start the game. 3 points on the board to the Samurai.
First points of the game are a 17-meter three-pointer from Rocks Titan. They came up with a set offensive play, missed on the pass, but they stuck with the possession. Rocks Titan taking that one off of the floor, putting it in. First 3 points are on the board.
And Ryan will occupy that backline position. You see a 2-1-1 coming out from the Samurai. Watch the Samurai's defense. They're going to be changing it up the entire game. Though they will, you will see most often the 2-2, unless they've changed it up for this matchup here. Rocks Titan gets that one turned over, sends it out. There on the far side, though, Al will get it recovered here for the defense. Sending it back to Ryruff there in the New Orleans Orions bubble. 1 minute off the clock here. Brutus, so far, I would expect the teams right now just kind of sniffing each other out, just getting a sense for how it feels to play against each other as that clear comes out.
Yeah, your point at the intro there was spot on. These teams haven't played. I mean, now we don't know if maybe they've scrimmed or something like that, but they're from different conferences. So I do expect them to go through that kind of feeling out period here, looking to see what defenses are being run and how they want to attack it. And that's exactly what we're seeing here over the last 90 seconds or so.
And time will handle that one to the far side, sends this one up, and fortunately the clear-in will be off of the trench there. Finding its way to the near side, it will be a turnover there. Ryruff for the Orions, turning that one around. Brand here, near side, Jim line up a shot. Not quite, actually off of the Geo there. This time we get it recovered here on the near side, and CJ near mid, able to get that one recovered as we're 2 minutes off the clock. Still just the one goal. That was a long three from Rocks Titan. Still the only goal in the game is Jay Franzel sending this one up. Excuse me, time, far side, bringing it in. Oh, stopped. There, Draco Mako sends it out. Are they going to be able to chase after this one? No, too many stuns in the backfield. Then will be Rocks Titan here recovering it. And so once again, still scoreless here, Brutus. It seems that measuring up here, taking him. Oh, maybe an opportunity. Oh, they get it. Time will get the second goal of the game. Assisted by Rocks Titan. Look at that. As I was mentioning it, took a minute 43.
Yeah, a minute 43 on that second goal. I tell you, there was a great opportunity about 30 seconds ago, but Draco Mako making an aggressive goalie play, came out, stole the disc, got it cleared out, but the chains were broken up, which led to another Samurai's possession. They turned it into 2 more points there, 5-0 here as we reached about the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this one is going to be a turnover. Jay Franzel here on their side gets it from Ryan. What a stun, what a play. Puts it in for a 2. Then have a 7-point lead. Also, actually, you know what I want to do right now? Because there's actually, we have some folks in chat now. There's some folks watching. If you're watching right now, who in the game? Who do you want to see score the most? Who do you want to see get the most saves? Who's your favorite player? Let us know. Give us some feedback on who you like seeing in the game. Whose jersey are you most likely to buy? This will get sent in there. See Jason on this turnaround. You like that, Nails?
I did. I did like that. And I like the way you said it all creepy like.
You know, it's partially subliminal. It's sub-subliminal.
Yeah. You got to get
that
those,
doesn't make
you gotta
sense.
we got to get action figures.
Actually, yes, we do. Oh, opportunity, Ow! Uncontested there, basically out, uncovered. Defender was just moving in to get him, but there will be the first goal from the New Orleans Orions. Took them almost 4 minutes, but they finally strike in this game. Got 2 on the board.
Yeah, and really, we've seen a lot of possession out of the St. Louis Samurai. We've seen a lot of the blue side of the arena, so nice to see the Orions get that push forward and then turn it into points. They've brought it back to within 2 scores here, but breaking that ice, getting that first score is so important. Al, the captain, gets those 2 for the Orions.
And Al turn that one around. Good stack. Look at that. All 4 in. 4v0, and it's off the post. So it was actually 4v1 if you count the goal. Ryan.
Best goalie in the league, right? That frame is impenetrable, apparently.
I apologize if that was a slow bird.
But that's 2 scores in a row for these Orions. They've brought it back to within score here with 3.5 to go in this first quarter.
So, see Jason handling this one. Quick pass here near side. Look at that. They have a relay developing here to the near side, although they're not able to get that relay pass off. But they do move in. Look at that. 2v2. Time taking the shot. Draco Mako, another big stop. In the goal there, though, it sent out into the hands of Jay Franz. Draco, 2 saves in the game right now. Most from any individual player, though. Ooh, time from Rock's Titan again. Those 2. Watch out. Something is starting to work between those 2 players, in particular right there, as they go up by 5.
And Draco Mako has had some great saves. There's at least 2 goals that he's taken away from these Samurai. That time he lunges out to the front side of the goal, though. Time showing good patience, waiting behind the goal for the pass, and he has an open shot from behind the net. Takes them back up by 5.
And by unanimous vote, chat has all decided that Time is best player in the game. As this one gets sent in here, Jay Franzel. We'll get this one in. I know I totally misrepresented what everyone was saying, but I don't care.
And 4 points now for the Samurai off of turnovers. So they're looking to attack quickly when they get a turnover, not let the Orions' defensive chains get back. And that's been effective for them. That's at least 4 of the 7 points they're up by right now, coming off of turnovers turned into quick goals.
And right, they have one in deep there. Who is that? Rye Ruff all the way at the bubble. Was basically in soccer would have been offside. At hockey, way offside, but Al sending us one in. Rye Ruff will reset it there. Of course, this is not hockey. This is Echo Ryan at 3 goalies, and one of them does get a stop there. In fact, it is Rocks Titan sends that one out. Look at all the chains coming after Jay Franzel. Long shot will be collected by C. Jason. Was not quite on the mark. C. Jason bringing it in. You know, one shot against 3 goalies, somebody makes a save. Another shot against 3 goalies goes right in, and it's a 9-point lead.
Yeah, 9-point lead. The Orions had a little bit of momentum there. Remember, they brought this back to a 7-4 game, but now they've given up 6 straight points. 3 2-pointers going the Samurai's way for this little run here. We've got 90 seconds to go in the quarter. I would think it's important for the Orions here to snatch another goal in these last 90 seconds if they can, to keep this thing close and to get some momentum going into the second quarter.
Draco Maker near side sends it back across Rye Ruff. Through mid here, though, they basically have a line here on the back line. They have to get spread out again. They do competently. Draco Maker will reset it there. A wise moment for reset is it did take a moment to actually get set up in the offensive zone, but set up they now are. But look at, for a moment there, you can see both teams basically in a triangle. Look at this, it's basically a man coverage, even though there's a goalie in the goal. Very interesting. As Ryan bring that one in, stun out. Who was that? Jay Franz got the stun time. It's a beautiful shield. Gets it cleared out. Well, tries to get it cleared out of the zone. Stuck at that far side trap. Will be time again to forward his own clear attempt there in the hands of Draco Maker. We get a dropout though. Looks like probably the 5th player there for St. Louis Samurai. So 4 in the arena. Is it 4 in the arena? It is. As Al bring that one in. Stop though at the edge of the bubble. And Roxanne will get that one cleared out here on the near side.
Yeah, nice patient attack here from the Orions. They're trying to work that possession, but really haven't created any good scoring opportunities because the Samurai defense has been so effective here. So they're continuing to spread things out. There's a cross pass over to the near side shoulder. Got the shooting lane for Rye Ruff opened up, and there's that goal that we talked about. Really nice there to end the quarter on a score, bring it back to within 7.
Absolutely beautiful response there from the Orions. Yeah, as you mentioned, currently down by 7 as we go into this first intermission. St. Louis Samurai looking very strong right now. So there's going to be about a second. Maybe see a headbutt here. There it is. More fun. But there you go. Going into our first intermission of the Pro Series 2 Championship. Excuse my. We'll be right back.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
And welcome back to Nepa TV's coverage of the Pro Series 2 Championship. I am Brutus, joined by Dimwee Nails, of course, hosting for us tonight. We saw an exciting first quarter there, Dimwee. Very nice job by the New Orleans Orions to close that quarter out with a goal. It's down to just a 7-point lead for the Samurai. There's been a full quarter of play. You've got to think that these teams have kind of gone through that feeling out process, looking at what the other team's going to bring. Now it's adjustment time coming into the second quarter. Let's see what these teams do to mix things up.
And that one was headed by there from the Orions. They lost it for a moment. They get it right back there. Rough on the far side, sending it Drake and Maker here. They're going to play with Roxanne a little bit. Roxanne stunned out on the back line. That may give them a numbers advantage if they're quick about this attack. The Rocks quickly re-entering their play. Rough is setting that one behind the goal to Ryan. And reliable Ryan Arina will get that one in for the 2 as they are back within 5.
Really nice play there by the Orions. You talked about it. They got the stun in the midfield, which gave them a numbers advantage. They continued to push forward, but they weren't so fast about it that they had an errant pass or something. They set Ryruff up for a sure thing goal. They're back to within 2 scores just 45 seconds into the second quarter.
And CJ's looking for the pass to Roxanne instead. It's a little bit too far ahead. And Draco Mako gets that one recovered. Good stack in here. Al gets it. Edge of the bubble there. Juking round. Instead, we'll send this one back. Ryruff on the back line as time comes out. They have 1 at the edge of the bubble, 2 near the bubble. Actually, 1 in. That's Ryan playing the pass right now. Very aggressive, very spread formation from the Orions as they keep Ryruff on that deep back line. They haven't compressed so hard yet. The Ryruff now moving in. As it looks like the Samurai not really well. There it is. That's why he was moving in. He was trying to pull time out of the play. Get some space there. Out the edge of the bubble. Says it. Hits it. Goalie was stunned out. They get 2 on the board, and they're back within 3 now. Starting to catch up here to the Samurai.
Yeah, great teamwork there, stunning out that goalie. That's the second time we've seen Al get a kind of steep angle shot off of the floor there, that time with a little bit of help, taking out that goalie. There were 3 defenders in and around the goal, but took out the most important one, and that allowed Al to sneak that one home. They're back to within 1 score.
And a quick relay here from the Samurai. They're in the offensive zone, so defense retreats to the bubble. But they keep a stack active. Actually, look at that. Basically a 2-1-1 bubble defense. It does exist, I swear. Ryan sitting that one out. And a good stack to pick it up. Ryruff block shot. Ooh, whoa, whoa. That stack caught back up. I believe it's time I got the grab. And Jay Franz will look at to send that one out. That's Rocks Titan on the far side and a clear here. Although he can actually, that was a pass up the time. Turns into a clear. Turns into a phenomenal clear. CJ, oh, what a stop there. Clutch disruption there by Al as it turns out what around here, Brutus.
Looked like a real opportunity for the Samurai there, and Al comes in just in the nick of time with that stun. It's going to turn into an offensive possession here for the Orions. A little bit of an errant pass there, but they are going to maintain possession back to Ryruff at the double diamond.
That was a very close goal opportunity that was missed there. Then Ryan had a second opportunity. He was looking for the cone on the backboard. That went wide, and now both teams trying to wrestle for control right now. As Rockside gets that one sitting, no way does that go away.
Wow.
Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable there. Rocks Titan hitting. That's a more impossible shot than the impossible shot.
44 meters out on that one, and the angle to get that underneath shield, honestly, that's not a shot that would have even occurred to me to take. Rocks Titan showing all kinds of confidence, dialing that one in off of the backboard for 3. They're back up by 6.
Absolutely unbelievable goal there. 6, yeah, that was a much needed goal. They were scoreless in this round until that, in this quarter until that moment. But once again, New Orleans Orions with the possession here. And Orions have been, at the end of the first quarter, possession was about equal, about 2 minutes. Now the Orions have doubled that. They're at 4.5 minutes, whereas the Samurai still at like 250. So Orions are dominating possession right now as Rob looking for Draco Mako. Shot goes low. There's a hook there. Al gets it collected here on the near side. Look at send it back in. Hits the cone that Ryan was looking for with Jay Franzel. Reads that like a pro. We are in the Pro Series. Gets that one sent out. What a bounce there. They got time, and they've got the time. They've got the points. They're up by 8.
Time Dash sings that one in. They got off to a slow start this quarter. It took them about 3.5 minutes to get that first goal, but now they've got 2 in under a minute to take that lead back out to 8.
So, yeah, just over halfway through this second quarter. Roby Ryan with the send to the near side here. A good forward through. Look at that. Look at that relay. Al on the far side. He's dangerous there. He'll go 1v2. Get stopped. Jay Franzel has been phenomenal in this game, although that's send out. Draco Mako is going to turn that one around. That stack, though, on the back line does get back quickly, which was necessary there. They almost got caught in transition. As Ryan handles that one on the far side, hanging on the shack block. That is the official name for it now, as Ryan across here to the near side. And Draco, pass scuff there off of the ghost block. As that one gets sent here off the near side wall, C. Jason sends that one through. That's going to take a careening bounce there. Will be collected by Time. Time, though, stunt out. Another stun there on the far side. Al somehow coming away with it. Gets it cleared out of the bubble. And will be collected by C. Jason here on the back line for another attempt here from the Samurai as C. Jason resets it here. As I think at this point in the game, Brutus, these teams are fairly squared up.
Yeah, I would say so. Both of them playing strong bubble defense, not giving up too many easy opportunities unless it's some kind of crazy shot like we saw out of Rox Titan a few minutes ago, as Rox Titan answers there with another 2-pointer, breaks through that bubble D. But yeah, both of these teams playing a nice bubble defense, not giving up anything easy, making sure that all the players are accounted for and shutting down shooting lanes. 20-10 now as we reach the 2-minute mark going into halftime.
I would also like to point out, the St. Louis Samurai have already hit bingo. Every single one of their players have points, assists, saves, and stuns. All of them. All 4 of them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable so far. We're not even halfway through this game. As Ryroff handling that one. Stop there, Rox Titan just steals it. Just picked his pocket, stole his lunch money. As Draco make a good heave there. We'll send it back to mid, though that's just a disruption. Good stack there. Jay Franzel on time with the pickup. There's it up. What a trap there, Ryan. Oh, man, that was phenomenal. Ryan sends that one out. We'll be right into that bubble there. Look at that. Al has it. Sends it. They're back with an 8.
Back with an 8, and Al, once again, I think that's his 3rd goal of the match, if I remember correctly. Yep, that's 3 goals now, but they've all been so timely. Just when it looks like the Samurai are going to go on a run, Al somehow finds a way. He got their first 2 points of the match, and a very important 2 points there. Bring it back within 8 points. We've got under 90 seconds to go in the half.
See Jason, quick pass there. Rox Titan under pressure. Jay Franzel hand it here on the near side. Watch Jay Franzel. He has been very good in this game. I watched a lot of confidence from that player. And see Jason moving it to the far side, sending that one in. We'll hit Time. Time gets a 1v1 off the backboard. Stunned out. What a recovery, see Jason. Every single player on the St. Louis Samurai is operating on all cylinders. They retain their 10-point lead.
Yeah, very fortuitous bounce there. See Jason making a great cut to get in front of that disc as it careens off of the backboard after the shot from Time went just high. See Jason makes it count, taking it back to 22-12 here. One more offensive rollout here for the Orions. Just like the first quarter here in the second, can they walk away with points at the end of the quarter to get some momentum going in the half?
Send it there, right off the far side, right off across. Ow! Goalie comes out to challenge, unable to complete the challenge. And with that goal, the Orions are back with an 8 once again. They keep clawing back to this 8-point deficit, but they haven't been able to get over that hump this round, this quarter. As both those goals that bring it back with an 8 are from Al, negating that one we just saw from C. Jason. So 10 seconds here before the half. It's C. Jason. Quick pass here to the near side, Jay Franzel. They're going to look to get one more in. This is a really important goal if they can get it. The setup, the pass, the cuts, the points. They are up by 10 to go into the half. Who was it that got that goal? I don't even see it. It doesn't matter. We're going to take an extended intermission. It does matter. We're going to actually, you know what? Let me know where the replay's at.
Rocks
Rocks?
Titan's going to walk away with that one.
Of course.
Who's had some clutch goals as well. But what an effective rollout. Great clock management. They took every second that they needed to set Rocks Titan up for that. And a nice goal there. Takes the lead out to 10. You're right. Extended intermission. We're going to come back with some halftime stats, so do not go far. We're going to get a word from our sponsor.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
And welcome back. We are coming to you, well, I'm coming to you live from Las Vegas for the Nepa Pro Series 2 Championships. I'm here with Dimwee. I'm here with Brutus. And also, we got Swag in the house. Swag, unmute yourself, sir. Welcome to the party.
Here. Don't worry, don't worry, Nails.
You guys, so you know him, you love him. Swag Wars in the house. Stopping by to say what's up. Swag, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying watching both the streams for the AAA Championships and now the Pro.
Awesome. You got a watch party going?
I don't, sadly. It's just me. I also have my dad, though.
It's not. It's us. It's us.
Yeah, it's us. You're officially
we'll be
in a
your
watch party.
party. You're in, bro.
Oh man, we were just talking about what do you think of the first game and now this game.
I think in the first game it was really exciting to see Jay Franzel just start to pop off, and he was kind of decimating the Constellation's defense, and they somewhat had a defensive rollout that didn't really seem to work, and Jay Franz just put in the work and absolutely decimated them.
Awesome. What about this game?
The Orions seem to be slower and not as organized as the Samurai right now. I don't really know what to say, but I think Ryan or Ryra for someone's got to turn up because the Samurai just look more controlled and more balanced.
Awesome. Yeah, that's I mean, it's gonna come down to the wire as you'd expect it to here in the championships. But man, we gonna see you at LAN?
Yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by and saying what's up, and looking forward to seeing you in Pro Series 3, man.
Enjoy.
Great season, Swag. I miss you, brother.
I miss you.
Oh, sorry, Brutus. You want to say hi to Swag? Swag,
do,
would you like to say hi to Brutus?
Former Austin Burner, Swag, the elite. Yeah, man, great season. Hats off to you and the Wizards. It was a great season indeed. But yeah, man, I can't wait to see you at LAN.
I'll see you at LAN. Have a good one, guys.
All right, see you, Swag. Fellas, come back to you. What did we see first half? And tell me about them numbers.
Yeah, we got numbers. Two that kind of stood out to me. We talked about it during the second quarter there. Both teams only had about 2 minutes of possession in the first quarter, so it was relatively low for time of possession out of an 8-minute quarter. They definitely started to find their groove, though, and we saw both of those numbers jump up a bit more in the second quarter. Once they had kind of felt out the other team's defense and started to set up their own offense relative to that, we saw that time of possession really jump for both teams. Otherwise, shots taken, assists, all relatively equal. Probably the biggest discriminator right now is the 8 saves over on the St. Louis Samurai side, so some scoring opportunities stolen from the Orions there. Meanwhile, over on the blue side, we've seen the Samurai successfully penetrate that bubble. There was one open three, the ridiculous shot that Rocks Titan sent in off of the backboard, but for the most part, most of their offense is coming against the bubble defense. They're just doing a better job of feeding the pass to a cutting player who's in position to score, and that's really why I think they're sitting on this 10-point lead.
Dimwee, thoughts, sir? Dimwee?
Well, when I'm looking at 8 saves with shots about even 17 to 16 and a 10-point difference. saves are the difference maker. The defensive performance from the St. Louis Samurai, I mean, especially when you take into account 2 minutes advantage for the New Orleans Orions on possession time, 4 minutes to 6 minutes. I mean, that tells you how much defensive work the St. Louis Samurai are doing, how heavy it's carrying this game for them, even though their offense is doing just as well. When they are on defense, I guess their problem has been getting those turnovers away from the Orions. The Orions have had several repeat opportunities to get these goals. That's why you see so many saves on the side of the Samurai. But the fact that that's happening, it has not been bothering the Samurai, at least so far, as we do get started. Excuse me, in the second half, third quarter underway. Al lock shot. Ooh, off the shack block. He does block shots as Al will get this one collected here on the near side and send it across. They have a numbers advantage. Actually, if they press up right now, back across to Al, though, they do allow time to return to the play here, and they reset for a proper offensive attack here, Brutus.
Yeah, they are. And this is what we talked about. This is what we saw in the second quarter. Letting that bubble defense kind of set and then setting the offensive spacing appropriately, try to get that shot in. It's just they've got to find the net. They've got to get it past that goalie somehow. Let's see if they can do that here as they work it up. Over off of the left side boot is going to be Al, but that time again denied by the defense inside the bubble.
Now turning this one around, we'll take a bounce there and just end up in the hands of time here. So back in possession of the Samurai. The time gives it away. Draco Mako as Rock's Titan right behind. Draco sending this one up. It's Ryan here on the near side. Al, edge of the bubble, looking for a reset. There isn't a reset. Al is a reset as Ryruff now looking for his opportunity. But look at how the Samurai crowd the goal there as the shot there. Beautiful save by CJ. And you see as the Orions compress around the bubble, the Samurai compress around the goal, but they don't clump. It takes some real, genuine coordination to pull that off as another stop there. And they are doing it beautifully here. This is a practiced team. They have worked on that defense. That is not something that comes fully naturally. Of course, they'll tell me it does. As there it is time. After all those opportunities from the Orions, after how long? Actually, after a minute. In less than 20 seconds, the Samurai answer.
Yeah, a minute and 36 seconds on that goal. At least a minute of that was time of possession for the Orions, but they can't score because of that effective Samurai defense, and they end up being effective on the other end. So with 10 seconds versus a minute time of possession, it's the 10-second team that walks away with the points.
And Ryruff takes that pass. We'll still try to go for it there in a 2v4 situation. And instead, it will be a turnover there, Rock's Titan. Get someone cleared out through that far side tube. We'll take a good bounce there. If they have Stacks moved in, they do. Jay Franco with that one. Ducking the defensive Stacks. It takes an ambitious shot there. And Draco Mako has been confident in goal so far this game. 3 saves he's credited with. There's time up to Rocks. Over to C. Jason. Stop there. Draco Mako. What a stuff. Gets it sent out. They have Stacks after. Oh, they all, it looks like overshoot a little bit. Undershoot maybe. As Ryruff will get this one collected. They have a 3v1 here on the bubble. Ryruff sending it. How in the world? C. Jason still got the stop, but Al, after sending him out, we'll get it picked up and put it in for the 2. They're back within 10. So it took 3 minutes in this quarter for them to get their first goal.
Yeah, it definitely took some time for them to get that goal. It's an important goal. I want to go back, though, to that great stop by Draco Mako. We're talking a lot about the Samurai defense. That's not to take anything away from what Draco Mako's been able to do in 1v1s. It's just that the Samurai are bringing numbers into the bubble, and they can't cover everyone. That time it's Jay Franzel who gets a clean hand on the disc and sends it in a near side pocket to take this back out the 12.
8 seconds. 8 seconds it took them to get that answer. Absolutely unbelievable. It's just such a quick. Samurai are just. They are well prepared in this game. They clearly, very clearly did their homework.
They are. That's a great example, and I go back to that last play of the first half where they only had about 10 seconds on the clock coming out of the tube as Al gets an important answer there. But that last play of the first half, they only had about 10 seconds coming out of the tube, but they had a super effective rollout that set up a high scoring opportunity, and they got that last 2 points to take a 10-point lead in the halftime. That's what you're talking about. That's practice. That's knowing your team. That's chemistry and communication, and they're putting it together really effectively now. That's why they're sitting up by 10 points, but Al there does get that 2-pointer in to keep it close.
And Al does have the most points in the game with 12. We're right behind him with Rockstein with 10. CJ Son will get this one easily turned over and sent away there. Still no bingo from the Orions, and I go back to something I say rather frequently is the teams that hit bingo itself is kind of an arbitrary, fun little game, but practically speaking, it's something you want your team to hit. You want to hit bingo because oftentimes you will see the teams that have the more even or the fuller stat line tend to win. Now you might say, well, of course, they tend to, but there's a lot of teams that are literally designed in a way that you'll see spiky stat lines. You'll see a goalie that's particularly good at goal, but not particularly active on offense, while they have offensemen who are really active on offense, but they don't make many stops. But that doesn't seem to be a setup that actually works out. You need all of your players operating in every position just as competently as they operate in all other positions in the arena, as that is no. Ryan gets it, sends it. He hasn't had one in a hot minute, gets it there. They're back with an 8.
Yeah, back with an 8. Really important goal there, and I'm picking up everything that you're putting down there, Dimwee. If you're going to get to 40 points, I would much rather do it with 4 players scoring 10 than 1 player playing 40, because that speaks to a team game being played the way that it's meant to be, getting everybody involved and everybody knowing their role and executing. And we're seeing that out of both of these teams here tonight.
Jay France stunned out by Draco Mako, but Brox is there to get that one in as they had a 3v1. Draco Mako did all he could, and that will put the Samurai back up by 10 here. As Rox now, I believe, just tied. Yes, tied Al for most points. They're both with 12 now. Still 10 minutes in the game, however. In this 10-point deficit, this has been the deficit for quite some time now as well. Between 8 and 12 points. As Ryrov 2v1 hits it. As Will comes out to challenge and back with an 8 once again.
Back with an 8, but the barrier of 8 has been strong. Let's see if the Orions can punch through that here. They've brought it back. They found themselves down by 12 at one point, so they're battling back, got it back to 8. There's still 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Let's see if they can break through that. It's going to have to start with some defense, though, because we've seen the Samurai be really efficient with these rollouts.
Going to 2-1 here for the Orions. Backline basically playing man all up until that moment, and it works out. Ryan gets that one picked off and turn around. They're going to stack after it. They do have a 3-man stack. There's some stuns coming out. Everybody overshooting. Ryrov will get there first there on the far side and reset, though, very quickly under assault. Draco Mako still able to get that pass off to Ryan, though. Ryan also pressured, but still gets it out. But look at that read by C. Jason. He has been ridiculous in the bubble this evening. As that gets cleared out here, will be collected, however, by the opposing defense. As Draco Mako for the Orions with that recovery in his own bubble, sending it out, looking to trying to get it out through that far side tube. However, Rox Titan touches it, turns into a pass, incidentally, to C. Jason.
Yeah, it was a pass.
Wrong
Yeah, it was a pass.
That was planned. Don't you apply your Dibwee standards to this?
Look, if it's a pass, it's a pass. Jay Frenzel. Oh. The post again. We'll get that one stopped. Sent out here 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Possession here to the Samurai. Still with an 8-point lead. And another goal here would be really good for them as Rox made the goal. Jay Frenzel sends it, hits it. They have a 10-point lead. There's only going to be about 2 seconds on the clock when we come out of the tubes here. St. Louis Samurai feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, once again, we see that Samurai bubble offense taking the time for the extra pass, that time to Jay Franzel behind the goal who puts that one in. But their in-bubble passing has been really, really crisp, and it's set up really high percentage scoring opportunities. So they're going to go into the fourth quarter just as they did in the third with a 10-point lead for the St. Louis Samurai.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
And we are back, coming back into the fourth and final quarter. And yes, I did unserver mute you. You should be able to unmute yourself now. Welcome. We're quick. Right before we roll in the fourth quarter, we got Oculusator here with us as well, stopping by to say what's up to the casting house. What up, Ock? Okay.
I was going to do my Ock impersonation, but yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, now we can hear
Hey!
you.
Oh
Can you hear me
my
now?
gosh, I gotta pull
What up,
down
Hawk?
the
How you
volume
doing,
to talk.
man?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Doing all right, man. What do you think of this game? This is getting nuts.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. St. Louis is popping off.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, you guys are rolling into the playoffs there. Big things coming in from ECKC. You want to talk about real quick before we get back into the fourth quarter?
I mean, we got next season to, practice, Badaryu, work on stuff. But that's all we can do right now since the season's over.
Yeah, I mean, ECKC continues to be a force to be reckoned with here in Nepa, man, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys again. You got a watch party going?
Nah, it's just me. Oh, I guess it's just us, all the Echo people in chat as well.
Nice. The chat is a
I
watch
love it.
party. There you have it.
Nice.
Dude, thanks for joining us, man. Stopping by and saying what's up. We just wanted to bring you by, say what's up, let everybody hear your voice. I'll let you get back to the game, but congrats on making it there to the playoffs at ECKC, dude. And we're really looking forward to seeing you guys doing more great work next year.
Yep. Thank you guys. You guys have a good one.
All right, see you, man. Dibwe, back to you, my friend.
Yeah, back to the action. Did y'all see that tap pass from Ryruff? That was actually beautiful. So it will be a turnover there. However, Samurai shot rocks. Was looking for that one, but instead Ryruff will get that one sent back out of the bubble. Good stuns there on the far side. Knocking that one loose, although more stuns coming out. More stuns coming out. Disc is still loose, and Owl ultimately coming away with that one, slapping it away. Good setup for that stack. Ryan! Oh, another stack to answer. Ryruff gets it back, though. Looking to bring this one back in. Look how fast these teams are moving right now. Owl looks to send that one in off the backboard, and we'll get set out of the bubble. We are in the final quarter here of the Pro Series 2 Championship. This is it. This is all. This is it. 16 weeks. You said it. 16 weeks, Prudence. We have been doing this, and we're in the final 6.5 minutes. Somebody do the math. How many hours of gameplay for the final 6 minutes here, as that was slapped out of the bubble by Owl?
Slapped out almost 2 minutes into the quarter, still waiting for our first goal. Orion's trying to bring this one up, get an offensive set going. They're bringing players to the bubble, but the defense is going to have time to recover here. And there we have another turnover. Time's going to clear this one out.
A good clear there. Stack trying to track it down. They do. Rock's tight with it. With Ryroff on his tail, actually on his feet, but Owl stunned out. Time sets up. Jay French tries to go back to Time. A little miscommunication there. Time is looking to occupy the goal there. As Owl will get this one cleared away. See Jason tries to pick this one up. Does get it picked up, on the back line. And then up to Rock Titan. And they get Ryroff stunned out on the back line. If they move quickly here, they could get some numbers. As Time will take the shot. And they get the points there. Once again, back up by 12. But that was 2 minutes and 20 seconds without a goal there.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth. New Orleans Orions trying to build some offense, but had a turnover there. And once again, we see the St. Louis Samurai take a turnover and turn it into points. They've stretched this lead all the way out to 12, 5 minutes, still plenty of time to go, but the Orions are going to have to start taking some risk and pressing up a little bit more quickly on offense than what they've been comfortable doing previously tonight.
Oh, big turnover there. Jay Fran sends it. And Juiceper, I think we can very confidently say, at the very least, over 200 hours of gameplay. As that one going wide, over 200 hours of gameplay, and we're in the final 5 minutes. As just try to contextualize that. Try to conceptualize it. Can you? I can't. I cannot. Yeah, that such a vast difference in those numbers. Anyways, Draco Mako, far side. We're almost halfway through this fourth quarter. And Palisade, watching from work, Samurai have such a good defense, dude. They really do. It's unbelievable. It's one of the best I've ever seen. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. It's one of the best defensive performances I've seen in any game ever. As Ryruff wants to shut me up, puts it in for 2, and they're back within 10.
Yeah, back within 10, back within reach. So got it down to a 4-score game with that goal. Ryruff getting an answer there for that last shot coming from the Samurai, but now it's going to be aggressive defense, create turnovers, and keep the scoring going. The New Orleans Orions can ill afford to give up many more points if they're going to crawl back into this in the last 4 minutes.
Jay Fran's across. Rocks back to the reset there to see Jason. And more disciplined play here from the Samurai. They have been so good this game. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. Really proved a point, I think. And at what point that is, that's for them to impart on the rest of us. So see Jason turning us in, even if they do it passively. Time, 1v1. Big stop there, Draco Mako. Again, Draco Mako's performance in goal has been stellar this entire game. He has not sweat for a moment. It's time off the backboard as he stuns out Draco Mako, you got to do it. It's the only way you're getting by them. They're back up by 12.
Back up by 12, 3 minutes to go here. A very important rollout here for the Orions. They need to press this down and score a quick goal to keep themselves within striking distance going in here to the last 3 minutes.
Ryan, quick pass there for us. Oh, that Stacks shuts him down. Time will send this one in off the floor. It's not a shot, it's a dump in, but they get the Stacks in. Jay France, 10 seconds. They're up by 14 points. The Samurai are starting to walk away with this one.
Yep, they're walking away at a key moment here. The Orions just haven't been able to get things forward to press up on offense, continuing to let the Samurai score. It's really all falling on the backs of that Samurai defense, though.
And Ryan handling this one for the Orions. Quick pass. Rough, a soft pass even. As they move into the offensive zone, they've got to be quick here. They do not have much time left. They need 5 goals, a minimum of 5 goals. It's right off the edge of the bubble. Pressure by Jay France, crosses, Draco Mako bringing it in. Stop by Roxanne, this is loose. Al has it off the backboard, looking for the cone. Hits the flat portion, and it ends up out of the bubble. Right up with the recovery there as we're closing in on the final 2 minutes. Ryan here on the near side, looking for an option in. Finds his option, not what he was looking for off the backboard. Will find his way out of the bubble one more time. They cannot keep doing that. Ryruff on the far side. They have to score right now. Ryruff looking to bring this one in. Edge of the bubble, pulls out Jay France across. Draco Mako. These passes have got to connect. They've got to attack the shot. They're only 4-3. They're within 11. I don't know. There's time. There is time.
There's time. It's got to be aggressive. We've got 90 seconds to play. Dimwee, you know I love me some math. I'm talking just about Pro Series. This isn't AAA. 7,936 minutes of Echo. That translates to 132 hours, or about 5.5 days. So you double those numbers to include AAA. We've had 11 days worth of 24-hour coverage of Echo, and it's going to come down to these last 60 seconds. Just wide on that shot. Boy, the Orions needed that one to clear out, though. Is going to put it back in the blue bubble, and there's a Samurai stack uncontested here to put a little bit more icing on the cake. Jay Franz with that 2 points stretches the lead to 13. We're under a minute to play.
In fact, speaking of icing, that is the ice. There is no hope. 13 points with less than a minute. My girlfriend's toddler is doing that math. We know the answer. The St. Louis Samurai are going to be the Pro Series 2 champions, taking one over the New Orleans Orions. As Jay Franz looks for one more there. We'll be wide and out of the bubble. Rocks Titan turning this one around. Congratulations, C. Jason, Jay Franzel. Time, Rocks Titan. Superfly, their AAA 5th. Time. We'll get one more there. Will there be time for another goal? There will be technically about 8 seconds on the clock. Every single one of their, you see the stats here. Every single one of their players, except C. Jason, the only one not with double-digit points in this game, and he has 8 saves.
Yeah, unbelievable performance. These players know their roles and play them to the utmost. Yeah, C. Jason could have thrown in a couple more points, but instead he was back there denying 16 points, even on if those were all 2-point saves there. So again, a defensive performance from the Samurai. Hats off, congratulations. We are crowning the St. Louis Samurai Pro Series 2 champions.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to derail anything. I'm officially in protest. I'm officially in protest.
West Coast, West Coast,
no,
West Coast.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's fair. That's fair. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
Wait, what were you talking about?
The stats reset. Come on, guys. In the finals. So from memory, Jay France, Timer, Rocks Titan, every single one of them have about 12 to 14 points, about 3 to 5 assists, and about 1 to 3 saves. While C. Jason has about 4 assists, about 4 points, a handful of assists, and 8 saves. There is not a single player on this team that did any better than the rest. Not one of them. That was a pure team performance. They did it all together. I will not crown an MVP here because they all did it. Every single one of them. That is, you do not get stat lines like that ever. That is unprecedented. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. The whole team MVP, the whole team.
There you have it.
You cannot argue otherwise.
It was absolutely beautiful. But I can make an argument. Not that I like to, but
Wow, I mean,
Sir Timley has yielded the remainder of his time.
So what do we do? What do we do, Dimwee, when we have a team that plays that equally and that well with that kind of chemistry? We look at the captain. We look at the player who brought all of the other players together and built the team that accomplished this. Going back to their regular season roster, let's remember Wet Taco was one of their starters. So Jay Franz coming up as well as Bloop, who I don't think we saw tonight, but getting Jay Franz worked in with that main pro player roster and then having that kind of performance out of all of the players. You're right. They all deserve it from a play standpoint. When that happens, I look at the captain and the coaching that made them be a championship team over a 16-week period.
Ooh, I like it. Rebuttals?
It's a fair point. What can I say? It's a fair point. I mean, you know, when you're got, you're got. I still maintain. I really don't want to. I will concede. I will not declare an MVP, but I will concede to an MVP.
Well, there must be a stunt man. So again, I think that's how you award the entire team is you recognize the captain who brought them together, and they would not be champions if it wasn't for every player playing as a team. This came down to defense. 1v1 defense. Yeah, it's a thing. That's not what they played. They played team defense so effectively, and you could see it just frustrated the New Orleans Orions more and more as the game went on. They just couldn't maintain consistent offensive play because that bubble defense from the Samurai was just so stingy, so impressive. So, yeah, that's my take on that.
Yeah, I mean, there you have it. The St. Louis Samurai rolling in as your Nepa Pro Series 2 Pro Division champions and climbing their way up. They're facing a team they have not seen at all this season, and coming in tonight and just putting the brakes on it for the New Orleans Orions and coming away here with a W. Great effort by the entire team, like you were saying, Dimwee. And, you know, if we got to crown a stunt man, go into the captain because Brutus is totally valid. The captain is what makes that team gel and get everybody in the right place at the right time, and being able to operate for 16 straight weeks at this high level and continue to get better and playing everybody in your conference twice. So they have a look at you the first time. They understand what they need to do to beat you and then still be better to come back the next time and beat them again. That is just, you know, championship play there from this team all the entire season. And it has been a grind. Nobody will tell you that this season has not been a grind, 16 weeks long, and they came out here with the W on top.
For the record, Rox Titan is the captain, everybody. Nobody has said that yet.
No, really?
We just keep saying the captain. It is Rox Titan. We do know who the captain of this team is, and it is Rox Titan, and Rox Titan.
I thought we already said that. I thought we already said that.
I thought I said that in my spiel.
I didn't hear. Maybe initially. I swear I didn't hear it. But maybe it's on me. Maybe that's on me. I apologize.
So, Rox Titan, congratulations. There as the Stuntman Award and the captain, and congratulations to the entire team. I mean, thank you, Dimwee, Brutus, to focus on the cams. Yes, we are going to go to an interview, but before we get over there and everything goes sideways, quick shout outs here, since this is the last game here of the Pro Series 2 season. Huge thank you to Glean and Palador. Sorry, fellas, I forgot to mention that when you guys were on air as we were in a hurry to get back to the second game, but outstanding job tonight. Thank you for joining me as well on the cast. Muted as well, doing some great work there as our production and cams throughout the entire season. Faye, outstanding work just wrangling players and being the man behind the scenes, doing everything we need to get done that doesn't show up here but gets manifested when we put a production on. All our casters, Trop, Queen, Cool Whip, Psy Chaotic. Who else am I missing?
The Gunslinger.
The Gunslinger, the new ad, yes, and the entire Nepa production team. Shout out to you, Jimmy, as well, doing ops there at Nepa TV and coming in clutch for all, again, more of the things that are behind the scenes. Shout out to Mother as well, holding the marketing down and getting us these commercials so we can continue to bring you this content and continue to pay these players and get this league moving so that we can bring you more quality and professional Echo work. Jucifer, I didn't forget, shout out to you holding down the chat as well, doing outstanding work and getting us hyped there in the chat. All the mom squads and all the players and viewers out there in Twitch land, thank you for joining us every single time. And with that, you guys, I'll give it to you guys, but otherwise we'll go right back over and get ready for the interview. Dimwee, it has been a crazy season, my friend.
It has been, and yeah, I really, I don't have a whole lot else to say. I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited to do this again. next time. And I'm excited for March, right?
Yeah, the land.
Land's
Yeah.
coming up.
Yep.
Nails, I just
So
want to add.
that's
I'm
my
sure
piece.
I'm sure you said to focus. I just want to say to focus again because he runs this entire production team. He keeps us on the rails and gets everything set up from the servers and all that kind of stuff, so that we can be with you, putting in hours and hours of time, so we can bring you these broadcasts. So just another shout out there to the production team and to Focus, who leads us all through this arduous journey that is a 16-week season. Great job to Focus.
That's definitely outstanding. Tip of the hat. And as always, shout out to Timber there, holding down that CEO at Nepa, doing the puppet strings thing from the very, very top. But thank you for helping us all get all these parts and pieces together so that we could bring all this content to you guys. And with that, we will roll over to the interviews with your Pro Series 2 champions, St. Louis Samurai. We'll be right back. And can you guys get rid of the disc?
Yep.
It's gone. That's
It's
coming
coming
back.
right back.
Oh no, it's coming back. Go through it.
And we are back. Welcome. I think we're live. We should be live. I am Nails. I'm back here with Dimwee and Brutus. We have your champions of the Pro Series 2, the St. Louis Samurais. What's up, fellas? Congratulations on an incredible season and a great win today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to have you guys. I know we'll get to the Stuntman Award here in a second, but obviously rolling into tonight's game, or today's game, I guess, since it's still daylight out in some places. What what were the big things you guys had coming into this game that were part of your main strategy rolling in against a team you have not played yet this entire season?
So honestly, we just kind of did the exact same thing as all of our other games, and I guess it worked. So let's keep doing what we're doing.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Not really, yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Did you guys have to make any adjustments on the fly tonight to that game plan after you kind of saw what the New Orleans Orions were answering with?
Yeah, I mean, I think we always start off the first quarter with like the same idea, and then usually either between the first and second, or definitely at halftime, we like change something, and then win.
Pretty simple strategy. That's probably the best Echo strategy I've ever heard broken down in the simplest terms. Start with something, wait till halftime, make a change, and or earlier if necessary. And it's been working for you guys all season, and incredible work. And then obviously, I mean, we came out I think the Dallas Knights were the favorite here early in the season, and then you guys surpassed them. Were you guys just kind of in the background knew that you guys were going to be able to meet the Dallas Knights and beat them, or was that something you guys were kind of worried about and it kind of played itself out? Were you guys getting frustrated because everybody's talking about the Knights, not about you?
I mean, we played them. I think like they were like our maybe second or third match. I don't remember, but they were really early on. And like the way the season goes, if you play them early, you play them right at the end. So we lost, and then but we won the games before that. We kept winning games after that. So I wasn't really, I wasn't worried about it. I just was really eager to pay them back. So we finally got that chance, and we did.
Awesome. What do you guys? What was your kind of fondest memory here, looking back on the season, all 16 weeks, other than today?
I can't say today.
That is not a valid answer.
Probably beating Dallas for the first time, because at that point they were like above us by like an inch. So if we beat them, then we'd be first place, and we did. It was a really good game too.
Yeah,
I agree.
Really close match. And you guys going to LAN?
Yeah,
of course.
Good.
I want to go.
Go. You guys are gonna be.
I want to go.
There's
I would. I can't really afford it.
Yeah.
And for Jay Franz, while we're on topic, dude, pulling double duty tonight, coming over right off that AAA win, and both of your teams. So between you guys and the New Haven Ninjas playing the Orions and their AAA surrogate, the Constellations. So I mean, this was the matchup of the year. But Jay Franz doing double duty, like coming over from that off of that win. Were you just getting the entire team hype as you're rolling in there? Were you tired? I mean, going back-to-back championship games, that's got to be a lot.
To be honest, it felt like I was a lot more tired for this match than the other one, because at that point I'd have warmed up for AAA, played the AAA match, and then taken a break, and then this is like my third or fourth set this day, so I was pretty tired for the most part.
Well, you definitely performed outstanding as well, rolling in tonight. And huge shout out for being able to come right over from that AAA game, as a captain, and then roll right in here and help the pro team win, take a W as well here in the championship game. Everybody was talking about it in the chat, and just an outstanding job. And what you guys have all been waiting for. So we had a long conversation about the stuntman. Dimly, I'll let you pile on here if you like, but. We all kind of decided that like you guys all deserve the stuntman just because how well the team played. Like the stat lines that you guys put up were so evenly spaced for everybody on the team. It just really shows that you guys are operating really, really cohesively as a team at a level that a lot of teams, most of the teams have not reached this season, but just shows to kind of that lethality of how well you guys were doing. Am I missing anything there, Dimwee?
No, I mean, the stat lines were the three of you were like between 12 and 14 points, 3 and 5 assists, and 1 to 3 saves. And the C. Jason with 4 points and a handful of assists, but then like 8 saves. Like it was just, you know what I mean? The stat lines were ridiculously even as far as like the effectiveness each player had in the game and how well rounded the games were for each player, which you don't. That sort of like there was a very unique lineup of stats to see. You see a lot of, we talk about bingo plenty. You see bingo plenty, but never that evenly distributed. That was something worthy of note.
Yes,
I think.
And we all thought so. That it just showed how well your team is composed and how well you guys operate together. And a lot of that goes to, we think, the captain, who is just kind of getting everybody in the right place and being able to have that team be so effective and that in the arena there with those very evenly spread stat lines and executing all the strengths where you guys need to manage all the facets of the game. So, Stuntman Award goes to originally Rox Titan because we thought he was the captain, and now to C. Jason because it turns out C. Jason.
So Dimwee gets his wish. We give the Stuntman to multiple players tonight. Apparently.
Yeah. So really, all of you guys got a Stuntman Award tonight.
Everybody gets it.
Everybody gets it.
Even me?
Yeah, everybody.
And Blue.
Superfly ruined our bingo
Yeah,
stat.
Blue for the first round.
Everybody did an amazing job, and but yeah, dude, huge shout out to you, C. Jason, for picking up that captain mantle and getting the team where it needs to be, and as all the chemistry that you guys had for tonight. So congrats to all of you guys. Congrats to you, C. Jason. You
Thank
guys
you.
got any parting words for the whole world that's watching you guys win the championship tonight?
Yeah, I want to give shout out to my parents. They started watching like halfway through the season, and they've been watching all the games. So good for them. And then shout out to Ryan. Things didn't work out so great last season, but good to see him having success over there in the easier division, and then us coming over and winning. Feels good to see everybody doing better after sometimes chemistry doesn't work out, and good to see him having success as well.
He tried his best.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for joining us, and thank you for the great season you guys provided that we were following every step of the way. We had a blast. Brutus, Dimwee, you guys don't have anything? I think this wraps up Series 2.
I just do need to show off, just because I said it in the chat. The notebook is fully. We are on the final page as we close out the season. So, show that there.
Right, and perfect timing, right to the last page of the book, and we nailed it. Shout out to all our sponsors, Asterion, iHeartRadio, Holtzauer Auto Motorsports, Big St. Charles Motorsports, Bullpen Sports Grill, everybody who's watching and helping us out. Thank you to everybody, and thank you to all of you, all of our fans, parents, players, people who are new that are just picking up their first Oculus. Thank you for following us on this adventure. We'll see you guys for Pro Series 3. Nepa TV out.
See ya.
Peace.
Yeah.
Bye.